Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this computer science course, we're going to learn about the data processing and computer generations. In this video, we're going to learn different types of generations and different computers related to generations such as first generation, second generation, fourth generation, third generation, fifth generation. All the generations we are going to learn briefly in this video. So let's get started. First one is data processing. What is data processing? Operations performed on a given set of data to extract the required information in an appropriate form, such as diagrams, reports, or tablets, which is data processing. Then computing. Computing means manipulation of input data with an application program to obtain desired output as an audio, video, graphic, numeric, or text data file. Here you can see data input, process, output, information, storage. All is the data processing. Then purposes of data processing. What are the purposes? Such as validation. Validation means ensuring that supplied data is clean, correct, and useful. Then sorting. Sorting means arranging items in some sequence and or in different sets. Then summarization. Summarization means reducing detailed data to its main points. Then aggregation, combining multiple pieces of data. Then analysis, the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data. Then classification. Classification separates data into various categories. So these are the purposes of data processing. Then evolution of computers. In 1801 in France, Joseph-Marie Jacquard invents a loom that uses punched wooden cards to automatically weave fabric designs. Early computers would use similar punch cards. Baron Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz invented the first calculator for multiplication in 1671. Then keyboard machines originated in the United States around 1880. In 1890, Herman Hollerith designs a punch card system to calculate the 1880 census, accomplishing the task in just 3 years and saving the government $5 million. He establishes a company that would ultimately become IBM. So then in 1822, Charles Babbage conceives of a steam driven calculating machine that would be able to compute tables of numbers. The project, funded by the English government, was a failure. It was called difference engine in 1822. Then in 1936, Alan Turing presents the notion of a universal machine, later called the Turing machine, capable of computing anything that is computable. Then computer generation. Each of the generation of computers are characterized by a major technological development that fundamentally changed the way computers operate. Generations were separated depending on their hardwares and size and capabilities. These days, advancements on softwares are also included. Till today, there are 5 computer generations. First generations. The first computer used vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory, and were often enormous, taking up entire rooms. They were very expensive to operate, and in addition to using a great deal of electricity, it is generated a lot of heat which was often cause malfunctions. Then software technologies used in first generation. First generation computers relied on machine language, the lowest level programming language understood by computers to perform operations, and they could only solve one problem at a time. Input was based on punched cards and paper tape, and output was displayed on printouts. Mostly scientific applications. Then computers of this first generation are ENIAC and UNIVAC. UNIVAC was the first commercial computer delivered to a business client, the US Census Bureau, in 1951. This is the first generation computer. Then second generation. Transistors replaced vacuum tubes and used in the second generation of computers. The transistor was far superior to the vacuum tube, allowing computers to become smaller, faster, cheaper, more energy efficient. Second generation computers still relied on punched cards for input and printouts for output. Magnetic memory, magnetic tapes, disks for secondary storage are used in second generations. Then software technologies used in second generation computers, such as second generation computers moved from cryptic binary machine language to symbolic or assembly languages, which allowed programmers to specify instructions in words. High-level programming languages were also being developed at this time, such as early versions of COBOL and Fortran. These were also the first computers that stored their instructions in their memory. Scientific and commercial applications. Then third generation. The development of the integrated circuit was the hallmark of the third generation of computers. Transistors were miniatured and placed on silicon chips called semiconductors, which drastically increased the speed and efficiency of computers. Instead of punch cards and printouts, users interacted with third generation computers through keyboards and monitors, and interfaced with an operating system. Then software technology updates of third generation introduced the concept of a time-sharing operating system, which allowed the device to run many different applications at one time with a central program that monitored the memory, increasing high-level programming languages. Then key character of third generation. The first integrated circuit was produced in September 1958, but computers using them didn't begin to appear until 1963. By 1971, the Lilac 4 supercomputer, which was the fastest computer in the world for several years, used about 250,000 small-scale ECL logic gate integrated circuits to make up 64 parallel data processors. Then notable computers such as IBM, PDP, PDP-8, PDP-11, CDC 6600. Then fourth generation. The fourth generation of computers is marked by the use of very large-scale integrated circuits. Very large-scale integrated circuits having about 5,000 transistors and other circuit elements and their associated circuits on a single chip made it possible. Magnetic tapes and floppy disks are portable storage media. Personal computers started arriving in the market. Supercomputers based on parallel processing and multiprocessing technologies. Spread of high-speed computer networks. Then key software developments of fourth generation. Operating system for PC with GUI, that is GUI, and multiple windows on a single terminal screen. Multiprocessing operating system with multiple programming languages. High level languages like C, C++, DBASE, etc. were used in this generation. Unix operating system, object-oriented design and programming, PC network-based and supercomputing applications. Then fourth generation key characteristics. It is small, affordable, reliable and easy to use PC, more powerful and reliable mainframe systems and supercomputers. They are totally general purpose machines, easier to produce commercially, easier to upgrade, rapid software development possible. The microprocessor brought the fourth generation of computers as thousands of integrated circuits were built into a single silicon chip. What is hot in the first generation field, an entire room could now fit in the palm of the hand. Then fifth generation, that is hardware advancements. This generation is based on a parallel processing hardware and artificial intelligence software. Optical discs as portable read-only storage media. Then notebooks, powerful desktop PC and workstations, internet, cluster computing, cloud computing. Then software developments in fifth generation, cloud application services, advanced 3D game playing, World Wide Web, multimedia, internet applications, more complex supercomputing applications, interactive websites and servers. Then key fifth generation characteristics, such as portable computers, powerful, cheaper, reliable and easier to use desktop machines, powerful supercomputers, totally general purpose machines, easier to produce commercially and upgrade, rapid software development possible, many platform use, friendliness. This is the fifth generation computer. Then few historic computers such as ENIAC, electronic integrator, numerator and calculator. ENIAC used fast vacuum tubes. Then TRADIC, second generation computer used in transistor fast. Then IBM 7030, reliable second generation computer, had a few megabytes of memory. PDP-8 was the first third generation mini computer. Then on November 15, 1971, Intel released the world's first commercial microprocessor, 4004. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak start Apple computers on April Fool's Day and roll out the Apple, the first computer with single circuit board. Then historic computers such as Intel 8086 microprocessor was used to create fifth generation computers, included a million transistors. Today famous brands like Dell, Asus, HP creates ever powerful and faster computers. The first IBM personal computer was codenamed Acorn. It used Microsoft's MS-DOS operating system. Apple's Lisa is the first personal computer with a GUI. It also features a drop-down menu and icons. It flops but eventually evolves into the Macintosh. 2003, the first 64-bit processor AMD's Athlon 64 becomes available to the consumer market. Then 2007, the iPhone brings many computer functions to the smartphone. Then 2010, Apple unveils the iPad, changing the way consumers view media and jump-starting the dormant tablet computer segment. So these are the computer generations and some historic computers. So that's all for today. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.